What's up, everybody? April challenge is strict pull-ups, and it is an AMRAP in 30 days. Accumulate as many strict pull-ups as possible. We're going to start doing these monthly challenges, switch up the movement, switch up the modality each month, different skills, different things to work on. And this is like before class, after class, in those last few minutes at the end of class. 1 or 2 days a week, there's usually a class that maybe ends at about that 50-minute mark, and you can cool down, stretch out, do some skill work. Those would be perfect times to accumulate some strict pull-ups. Now, here's some rules for the challenge. They do have to be strict, no kipping. I'll show you some videos of what exactly that means and how we're going to standardize that. Make sure you're hitting full range of motion, meaning start completely straight, feet off the ground, so hanging from the bar with dead hang, feet off the ground on every rep, and then pulling until your chin is clearly over the top of the bar. You can use any grip on this, so overhand grip, reverse grip, mixed grip, and I would encourage you actually to do that for variance, build slightly different muscle groups or emphases on your different muscle groups in your shoulders and back. Like I said, no kipping. The standard for that will be toes in front of the vertical plane of the bar the whole time. Again, I'll show you what that means. And you may use band assistance as needed. So whether it's band assisted or unassisted or even weighted, if you want to throw some weighted pull-ups in there, you're still going to count them exactly the same. There's no RX or scaled. It's just if you're doing a strict pull-up, banded or not, you count it. However, it is an honor system. If you're somebody who has 8 to 10 or more strict unweighted or unassisted pull-ups, you don't need to be doing any extra band work. If you're somebody who has 1 or 2 or 3 strict pull-ups, but they go away really quick, so you're going to be accumulating like 1 or 2 or 3 a day, using some band assistance to get some extra volume in with that full range of motion of the strict pull-up is a really good way to build more strength for your strict unassisted pull-ups. So that would be a situation where you can, do your 1 or 2 or 3 strict pull-ups and then add in some band assisted pull-ups. Use a band setup that allows you to get 3 to 7 strict pull-ups, but no more than that. I don't want it to be where you're just like banging out reps, shooting yourself into the ceiling. And the pull-ups must be done at CrossFit Spring Hill. And this is just to level the playing field. Some people have their own pull-up bar at home, some people don't. So they have to be done at CrossFit Spring Hill. And if it's part of a workout, it does not count, okay? That's so that, for example, on Monday of this week, the workout is Barbara. That's intended to be a sprinty, high-intense workout where you're going to be doing kipping pull-ups or butterfly pull-ups, and there'll be scales, obviously, for that. But I would want you to get the stimulus of the workout and not just do strict to try to get your score higher, if that makes sense. So cannot be a part of a workout, but does have to be at CrossFit Spring Hill. If it's skill work, like we might program some accessory work with strict pull-ups, you could count that, but not if it's part of the workout of the day. And you're going to log how many pull-ups you do each day in the members app. There's a separate track for it. If you click on the little drop down where it says group class, there's one that says strict pull-up challenge for April, and you'll log how many you do each day. It's going to keep a running total for you. There's actually going to be a leaderboard that you'll be able to look at. I'll post a link to it, and you'll be able to see where everyone stands, where you stand. We're going to give a prize of one item up to $30 value from the CrossFit Spring Hill store, which we're about to launch with a bunch of new apparel this month. For the top male, overall, most pull-ups accumulated, and top female, overall, most pull-ups accumulated. And we're also going to draw one person at random who has logged at least 100 pull-ups, strict pull-ups, throughout the month to also win that prize. So just by putting your name in the hat, doing at least 100, which there's 26 possible days in the month of April when you can come into the gym and do this. So even if you come in for 16 of those days, you're hitting committed club. I did not do that math ahead of time in my head, but let's see. If you did 5 a day, that would be 50. That would be 80. So what, 6, 7 a day? For 16 of the days that you're in the gym, you would hit that 100. You'd be in the drawing to win something from the CrossFit Spring Hill store. So those are the rules. Just some strategies for this. Always rest before you hit failure, okay? You don't just want to jump on the bar and do a max set. You might want to do that your first day, like tomorrow, or I'm recording this on Sunday, so on Monday to establish what is your max set, and then you could test it again at the end of the month to see if it's improved. I would bet it will. But I wouldn't recommend doing that as a normal training protocol. A couple things you could do. You could choose a set that's 2 or 3 reps short of failure for you, or just always stop 2 or 3 reps short of failure and just do 5 sets of that. That's a really simple thing to do. 5 sets of, let's say, 3 to 5 or 3 to 7 pull-ups is going to be a simple way to do it. Some days at the very end of class, if there's a few minutes left, I might just set a 3-minute clock and say 3 minutes AMRAP strict pull-ups, and you just get as many as you can in 3 minutes. EMOMs are a great way. There's lots of timer apps you can download for your phone. Set an EMOM clock and set a number, again, that's short of failure, but you can repeat it each minute for a 5-minute EMOM of strict pull-ups. And every minute on the minute, you do your, whatever that number is, 5, like I said, let's say 3 to 7 strict pull-ups. And maybe increase that number by 1 rep each week when you do that EMOM. Those are some ideas for you. I'm going to show you now visually some of these standards on the pull-up bar. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the full range of motion. Anytime you do pull-ups, by the way, this isn't a standard, but just a tip. As much of your palm on the bar as you can. Actually, like rotate that wrist. It's almost like a quasi false grip on the pull-up bar. Knuckles up toward the ceiling, a little bit wider than shoulder width. That's going to actually shorten your range of motion a little bit and allow you to engage your lats more. Start with your arms fully extended, feet off the ground, toes in front of the bar. Pull until your chin is clearly over the bar, and that counts as a good rep. We're not going to, you don't have to do the negative portion of it for it to count. Your chin just has to clear the bar. Again, another tip to get stronger at pull-ups and have this transfer better to other movements, keep your head neutral, look straight ahead. Don't do this thing to get that, last couple inches of the rep. Just look straight ahead, chin clearly over the bar, squeeze your back as you're pulling, engage all those muscles. Again, toes in front of the bar, that's so that you can't kip, because any kind of kip, your feet are going to have to go behind the bar at some point, so that wouldn't have counted, okay? That wouldn't count. Toes have to be in front of the bar the whole time. And that's whether it's banded or unassisted. Again, any grip is fine as long as you're still hitting that full range of motion. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways to use the band real quick. All right, so there's this method, okay? Pull it down. This is a little tip again. Grab it about, I don't know, a quarter of the way up the band, a third of the way up the band, not at the bottom. That makes it a little easier to get it low and get your foot in. Same standard. Arms fully extended, feet off the ground, toes in front of the bar. So there's 2. Chin clearly over the bar. And that's 1 good rep. Okay, and then you can reduce the thickness of this band as you get stronger. Again, always use a band where you're able to get 3 to 7 reps. At least 3, but no more than 7. And there's also this method. And with this, you can reduce the thickness of the band as you get stronger, and or you could lower the J-cups to give yourself a little less assistance as you get stronger. Same deal though, feet off the ground, arms fully extended, chin clearly over the bar. Again, any grip, got a mixed grip going here. You can do chin up grip, make sure your arms are fully extended. This one's easy to forget that on. Chin clearly over the bar. Another way when you do this method to get a little more assistance out of the band if you need it is to widen your stance, because when your feet are closer to those J-cups, there's a little more tension in the band, and that can help, okay? All right, guys, looking forward to seeing you improve your strict pull-ups. See some of you get your first strict pull-up unassisted. I'm sure that'll happen this month. Some of you guys increase your max set of strict pull-ups. And of course, strict pull-ups not only transfer to lots of other movements, but also just life. It's important to be able to pull yourself up onto an object, pull yourself up off the ground if you need to. And strict pull-ups are going to help you with your Olympic lifting, holding onto the bar, grip strength, so many things. So have at it. Oh, not to mention, it's going to help you with Murph too. Doesn't hurt. All right. See you guys this month. Looking forward to it.